Hi, you guys. How are you? I am Anita Terlizzi, your instructor. I just thought that I would jump on real quick and go over a few details. Welcome to the Daniel Plan. I'm so excited that you're with us. Typically, this class is 7 weeks long. Because I don't have 7 weeks offered to me at the Cactus Campus, I just have 6. So I eliminated the first week, which is just a meet and greet. And that's where I explain what to expect and I'd answer any questions that you had. So I've been doing this long enough to know kind of what questions you might be having. So on Tuesday night, which is tomorrow, we will be meeting from 6:30 to 8 p.m. every single Tuesday night at the Cactus Campus. This is Arizona time zone, so Mountain Standard Time. When you get to the Cactus Campus, if you're in person, there will be signs, and it is on the second level. So when you get to the top of it, there's only one second level in the whole campus. And when you get to the top, take a left, and that's where we are. For those of you who are online, I have been doing online since 2020. So we have figured out a way to have this class be great online too. There was a time when I thought it wouldn't work because of the community aspect that's so important, but we have a big group that's coming online. So you will have your own kind of table time when we have ours, if that makes sense. And it'll make sense when we roll into this. So let me just go over my notes real quick. When my people come in person, you're going to walk in, you're going to see a table set up. This is where you will put a name tag on you every single week and you will sign in. And make sure you sign in because there's something about how the mind connects with the emotion of success. You know, when you write that name down every week, it's like, did it. I made a commitment to do this for 6 weeks. By golly, I'm going to do it. And every time you write it down, just another success story. You're here, you're here, you're here. Okay. Let me tell you, if you can't make it, listen, no big deal. I will always send a recap. You will always get the link to the video that we just watched. Okay. You won't miss out. And you don't need to see the previous one to understand the next chapter. Does that make sense? If we're doing fitness one day and you missed it, you can watch it online. Even if you don't even get to watch it, you can still show up for the next class, which is food, right? And then we go from there. So you won't miss out. Even if you've got to work and you're behind, don't worry about it. I also don't want you to stress out about the books. You should have 2 books by now. If you haven't received them, some have gone online to Amazon and Abe's book. That's ABES. No, Abe as in Abe Lincoln, ABEbooks.com. If you're still waiting, no big deal. You'll catch up. But you should be getting the text like this. Scottsdale Bible Church has these in soft bound, so they're a little less expensive. So that's good. And if you did get it at the cafe at Scottsdale Bible Church, it's a 20% discount when you mention my name or the class. Okay. And then this is the study guide, and it's thinner, right? And the only time you'll use the study guide is in class, during class time. Okay. You won't have anything in here to do at home, just assigned reading. And if you got my email, you'll know that I've asked you to read chapters 1 through 3. Again, if you haven't gotten to it, you'll get to it later. But it is really interesting stuff. It's all about how the Daniel Plan came to be, and just the importance of the faith aspect of this program. You know, there's 5 pillars of success in the Daniel Plan. 5 pillars. So faith, food, fitness, focus, friends. So you're going to get all of those. Okay. So you'll have your books. You'll come in, you'll get your name tag, you'll sign in. Okay. Then you will go take a seat, any table you would like. Here's what I'm going to ask you to do or challenge you. I know we are all creatures of habits and we love to sit in the same spot with our same buddy every time, but you will get more out of this if you change tables every time and sit with different people because you will be amazed at what you'll learn from somebody else, or how you can help someone. And you'll be very surprised about that. It could even be, oh, you live near me and you walk your dog at that park. That's what I do. We should do that together. Some really cool friendships have come out of this class. So challenge yourself. Go to another table, meet another buddy. Okay. So when you do that and you have your name tag on and you sit down, start introducing yourself every week and get to know each other. This is a place where we're coming in to probably be a little vulnerable and we're asking for confidentiality so we can share with each other and pray for one another, but we're not taking those things, outside of that class. Okay. Um, when you sit at your table, I will then ask you how your reading went. And I'm not asking individual, like just as a class, what did you think of our reading this week? What stood out? What did you underline, highlight, write down? And so we'll just kind of go through that briefly. I will always ask, does anyone have a success story? And that could be, I'm walking around the block every day, or I'm walking twice now around the block. I used to only do it once. I cleaned out my kitchen or my pantry of all the junk food. Whatever it is, I'm drinking more water. I've stopped drinking soda. We are going to celebrate the big and the small. They're all victories, and we will applaud them all. So then it's video time. I will put in a video for everyone to watch. We will all watch it at the exact same time, the online people, the in-person people. Um, they range in time, but I think the longest is 20 minutes max. Then the video will end. It'll be one of the experts that's in the book. Um, and they're always great. Then after the video, we will have table time. This is when you rewind. You'll pull this out during the video because it will have, blanks for you to write it. And again, it's that mind, emotion, memory connection. When you write things out, you're going to remember them better. So you can scribble on this, take notes. So this is the only time you'll use it, during the video time. Okay. And so then after the video, we'll talk just briefly about it, and then I'll let you guys go into your table time. There are questions in this book to lead conversations. They're conversation starters. There's usually three. If you don't get to all three and you guys just camp out on one, or maybe you go off on a rabbit trail and you end up talking about something totally different and the whole table is okay with that, enjoying that, you guys can do that. Okay. It's also a really good time to do prayer requests. And let's say somebody struggles with, I do great until 9 o'clock and then I blow it every time and I sabotage all the work I did. And so you told, Julie, your prayer request, and she says, I'm going to text you every night at 9 o'clock and tell you, shut the refrigerator and put down your spoon. Just anything to just encourage, or I'm praying for you. I thought of you today, and all those neat things. So consider doing that, whether it's a text or an email or a phone call. It's just been really helpful, and it feels like, okay, I'm not in this alone. So it'll be great. Okay, then a couple things I want you to be aware of. In this soft book, this study guide book, on page 133, if you are saying, oh, shoot, what's our homework? I forgot. You have no reason to not know. On page 133. So week 1, chapters 1 through 3. So that's where we should be at. And we're gonna watch the video on faith on Tuesday night, tomorrow night. You would think that each week it goes in order of chapters, but it bounces around. Don't know why he did that. So you really do have to pay attention to what chapter you're reading. Then the next week, tomorrow, would be the food chapter, chapter 4. And then chapter 10 is more about information about the 40-day meal plan kind of thing. But don't focus on food. We're focusing on the faith chapters. That's it, chapters 1 through 3. That's the only one you're focusing on. Okay. On this same book, you're going to look at page 44. And that is the meal examples. So it just gives you, you don't have to go by this, but it just gives you a meal example for an entire day. So just so you can get an idea. And let me tell you, you're never going to be hungry ever. This is like abundancy at its finest, and you're going to feel so good. Then, okay, page 121 to 123 in this book. It's so funny because typically I'm talking to a live class, so this cracks me up. Okay, so it's 121 to 123. Okay, so this is a survey. You may not be able to see it. No, the lighting's too bad. I want you guys to fill this out, like before class tomorrow night. It's it has the five pillars: faith, food, fitness, focus, friends. And then it asks you specifically about the food and how you would rate yourself. Never, rarely, sometimes, most of the time, and daily, right? And so you're rating yourself. And what you will find out, at the very least, do the faith one, and then you can go to the next. What you'll find out is where you struggle. Like, gosh, I didn't even realize how much I struggle with focus, or I didn't realize how much I don't take care of myself with food. And so then by the end of our 6 weeks, you're going to go back and re-score yourself, and you're going to see all these great success stories out of that. Okay. Again, you guys, you can ask me more of these questions when we meet tomorrow, but I just wanted to give you like the basic rundown of what we're doing. Okay. And then was there another thing? Oh, you guys. Oh, I want you to know about the resources. You can go to the website. That's danielplan.com. And that is a great resource put together by the Daniel Plan team. And it has recipes and devotionals and articles. It's really an awesome resource. And of course, I will have resources for you. I will be sending you articles, and I'll have some pages in person on that table when you come in. But my online people will not miss out. I'll send it to you. Okay, and then the last one. Okay, so don't be scared when I use the word scale. I'm bringing a scale. I call it my fancy schmancy scale. I never used to be a gal who cared about numbers. I didn't want people to get stressed out about numbers. But then I realized how motivating it is to see progress with our muscle gain and our fat loss, not our weight. Don't care. Don't care. I say that's a relationship between you and gravity. That first number between your toes, could care less. But my scale will measure your muscle mass percentage and your body fat percentage. And it's all optional. It's all private. It is in person. I'll send you the name of my scale so you can get it yourself if you want. It's on Amazon. It's at the most $80. So it's great. And maybe you have one at home. But what's really cool is you'll start to see like, wow, I didn't think I made that big of an effort all week. And I can see that my muscle mass is up. Or I went on vacation, did nothing all week long, and you can see the results. So it's not there to shame you or discourage you, but it's just an encouragement. Like this matters. This makes a difference. Just the little work that I've done makes a difference. So I will have it first day if anyone wants to jump on it. Again, optional and private. You decide. Okay. And that is it, you guys. More questions you can bring to class and I will answer them. And I'm just so excited to see all of you in person and online. I'm so excited and to meet you and to be part of this with you, this journey with you. Because like I said in my message before in my email, I've never not had a success story. Did I just do a double negative? Everyone has always walked away with a success story. And it's usually what they don't think it's going to be. Like, I'm coming in to lose weight. I want to lose weight. But then they realize, oh, I don't have joint pain. I have this energy. I'm sleeping better. My mood swings are gone. My headaches are gone because I stopped drinking, I started drinking organic coffee bean, all those things. Oh, here's the other thing. Don't leave. I have learned over the years of teaching this class that everyone really does want that side benefit of losing weight. And they want results right away. Like, let's go, tell me what to do. I'm ready. Right. And I usually can tell someone who's going to do really well because they are done feeling bad. They're done feeling like this, and whether it's hurting or sluggish or whatever it is. And they're just ready to turn their life over and have God be in the picture now and stop doing things in our own power and do it by His. So I'm going to give you 4 things. Now, don't shoot the messenger here. You can say, no, I'm not doing those 4 things. You could say, okay, I'll do 1 at a time, each, every week. I'll do 2. But most people, I'll say the majority of people will say, all right, I'm all in. I'll do it. And I want you to know that I'm going to do it all 6 weeks with you. So you have my commitment too. So here are the 4 things. You ready? You are going to ditch sugar. That was probably no surprise. Okay. Yes, you can have fruit, but no sugar for 6 weeks. You are going to ditch dairy. I know, all you Italians in the room, that's really hard. Even I know, yes, I know Greek yogurt is awesome, but it is dairy. So if you can find an alternative to that, let's do that. Our coffee lovers, I know that's a big deal. So we're going to try to find clean coffee creamers. And there's so many options now with milk alternatives that you don't have to have milk. So no sugar, no dairy. Ready? No gluten. Like I said, you can decide if you want that or not. But you will be surprised. And you might say, hey, I don't have problems with eating bread, so I'm doing it. And that's fine. But I will tell you, through the years, our food has been processed very differently. I'm sure you know that. And when I have gotten off gluten with my clients, because I do like to know how they're feeling when I tell them or ask them to do something, and you will be surprised at what gluten sensitivities you have, whether it's your skin or mucus. Dairy does that too. Gut issues, bloating. Um, if you take it away and just see how you feel, and then you add in 1, not all of them at the same time. If you add back in 1, see how you feel, then add 2, see how you feel. And then you'll start to see, oh, I don't feel so great. Like I love Greek yogurt, but if I have a bowl of it, my stomach expands. I just feel full and it's painful. I didn't realize that. And we'll get into during the food chapters why that is. So no sugar, no processed. Oh, that was my next one. All right. Sugar, dairy, gluten, and processed. And that's a no-brainer. So let's get rid of the junk, anything in a bag or a can. Now, listen, I know that veggies can come in a can and fruit can come in a bag in the freezer, and that's fine. I am all about keeping it real. We're living a real life. I don't expect you to be a chef and be making all your meals, all 3 meals and more every day. It's too hard. So I want to be able to say, keep this a doable, realistic, achievable program. So, because this is going to be our lifestyle, this is not some fad diet, right? This is a lifestyle. And will you still be able to enjoy the things that you used to love? Yes. Like have the piece of cake on your birthday and drink a glass of champagne on your anniversary. There's just certain things like life is short and beautiful, and so we need to enjoy. But we are going to keep in mind that our body is our temple. It is the one and only body we get. And I consider it a gift. And, when we get to heaven, the Lord will say, what did you do with the gifts I gave you? So we want to take care of it, right? Okay, you guys, enough of me talking. Bring your questions tomorrow night. I cannot wait to start this and meet all of you. So have a great night.